Once upon a time, in a lush, green valley surrounded by towering mountains, there lived a little shepherd boy named Eli. Eli was not very old, only about 10 years old, but he had a heart full of dreams and a spirit brimming with trust in God. He lived in a small wooden cottage with his parents and his flock of sheep, which he cared for with great love and devotion. Eli's father had taught him everything he knew about shepherding, including the importance of trust. "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, Eli," his father would say, quoting the scriptures, "and he will guide your steps." One day, as the sun dipped below the mountains, casting long shadows over the valley, Eli noticed that one of his sheep, a gentle lamb he had named Faith, was missing. He counted the sheep again and again, but each time, Faith was not among them. Panic gripped Eli's heart. He remembered his father's words about trust, but fear and doubt crept in. The valley was vast, and the mountains were filled with dangers. How could he, a little shepherd, find faith in such a vast wilderness? But then he remembered the stories from the scriptures his mother had read to him, stories of courage, faith, and trust in God's guidance. Eli knelt on the soft grass, closed his eyes, and prayed. He asked God to help him find faith, to protect her wherever she was, and to give him the strength and wisdom to bring her back to the flock. Feeling a newfound sense of calm and trust, Eli picked up his wooden staff and set out into the twilight. He walked for hours, calling out for faith, trusting that God would guide his steps. Despite his fear and the growing darkness, Eli's trust never wavered. He believed with all his heart that he would find faith. As the moon rose high in the sky, casting a silver light over the valley, Eli's journey took him to the foot of a steep hill. It was there, in the moonlit shadows, that he heard a faint bleating. Eli's heart leaped with hope. He climbed the hill, his legs aching, his breath short, but his spirit undaunted. At the top of the hill, under the boughs of a large oak tree, Eli found Faith. She was caught in a thicket, unable to free herself, but unharmed. Tears of joy and relief filled Eli's eyes as he carefully freed Faith and gathered her into his arms. As they made their way back to the cottage, Eli's heart was full of gratitude. He had learned a powerful lesson about trust that night. He had seen firsthand that when you place your trust in God, even the most daunting challenges can be overcome. Eli's parents were overjoyed to see him return safely with Faith. They hugged him tightly, tears of happiness streaming down their faces. From that day forward, Eli's trust in God was unshakable. He knew that no matter what challenges he faced, he was never alone. The little shepherd's trust became a story that Eli would tell his own children one day, a story of faith, courage, and the unwavering trust in the goodness and guidance of God. It was a reminder to all who heard it that even the smallest among us could show great faith, and that trust in God could move mountains. And so, under the watchful eyes of the stars, in the heart of the valley, the little shepherd boy and his flock lived in peace, guided by trust and surrounded by love.